All right, number 43 on WJRD survey, top 11 plus 50 survey. It's October 31st, 1966. 50 years ago, as of this date, October 24th, 2016. Gosh, doggy boy, this brings back some memories. Has it been that long ago? The Vogues will please Mr. Sun at number 43. Song that goes back to the 50s. I'm getting that in just a minute. Actually, the Vogues, they go back to the 50s. They formed back in 1958 during the sock hop years. They were known as the Fail Airs. Turtle Creek High School at Turtle Creek, Pennsylvania. It's a suburb of Pittsburgh. They signed with a local promoter, a manager in Pittsburgh. He produced their first record. It was around 1958, 59. And the folks they teamed up. Well, there was a local DJ who liked the Fail Airs. They're called the Fail Airs at the time. He put them on rock and roll shows. He put them on. This DJ put them on his rock and roll shows. His record hops with groups like the Drifters, the Platters, and the Dales. Imagine that. That's got to be heady stuff for the Fail Airs. A group of high school kids. They're performing on the same bill as the Drifters, the Platters, hanging out backstage with the Dales. Some of those great soul harmonies back in the day. But it didn't last forever, though. After high school, they went their own separate ways. They broke up the Fail Airs, and some of them went to college, some of them joined the Army. But by 1964, around 1964, their enlistments were up. They got their college degrees, they reformed. Each guy pitched in $100 to make a demo. Now you got to think about this. In 1964, and I do remember this, back in the 60s, even into the early 70s, $100 was a lot of money. That's equivalent to about $1,000 today, maybe two or $3,000 today. I mean, in 1964, if you're carrying a $100 bill in your pocket, boy, you're a high roller. Boy, you're dealing in some riches right there. So they chipped in $100 to make a demo, and they hooked up with this guy. I can't pronounce his last name. He discovered Lou Christie. His name was Nick Cincy. Cincy, Cenci. Nick Cincy produced them. He took them into the recording studio, and he had them record a song called "You're the One," which was originally done by Petula Clark. It was a cover. "You're the One." That started it right there. "You're the One" was the first big hit by the Vogues around the spring, summer 1965. And then Nick Cincy returned to the recording studio again. He produced the Vogues' 5 O'Clock World, the brilliant, the scintillating guitar work at the beginning of that song. It is one of the iconic moments of the 60s. That guitar that just blared. It's so beautiful, so melodic. 5 O'Clock World, produced by Nick Cincy. Now, it was Nick Cincy who signed the folks to a record deal. And that's when, well, he changed the name from the Fail Airs and they became the Vogues. And then 1966, Magic Town. Remember Magic Town? Anybody out there remember Magic Town? Land of Milk and Honey. And late 1966, Please Mr. Sun. Please Mr. Sun, Babel Tour, Mr. Brook. Remember that? Originally done by Tommy Edwards. Tommy Edwards had a hit with that song in 1951, originally in 1951, and then he remade a more modern version in 1959 of Please Mr. Sun. His version, I can't remember the chart position on the Tommy Edwards version. I keep thinking it's number 11, but it might have been a little bit, lower than that. But anyway, my goodness, the folks, man, they had such beautiful harmonies. Turn Around, Look at Me in 1968. Just can't beat it, man. And obviously influenced by the Platters, the Dales, the Four Lads, the four A's, the Four Freshmen. Heck, four everything, man. They killed it. 5 O'Clock World. Gosh. Well, here it is. Please, Mr. Sun at number 43 on WJRD's Top 11 Plus 50 survey. October 31st, 1966.